Coach, congrats, national champs. What's the feeling right now?
Well, I'm very, very proud and relieved. I haven't told the whole story just because I feel like as a coach, you can't really put it out there, but we've had, when one of your five coming into the championship season is out, when you're one of the better teams in the country, I think that you take a little bit of a hit. When you have good depth like us, I was like, okay, we can absorb that. Losing Jenna 3 weeks ago. And then Lexi was pretty much a mermaid the month of November, an actual mermaid. I mean, spent more time in the pool than she did on the ground. And so there's just a little bit of uncertainty coming in. She didn't race regionals, we rested her, and you just don't know how that's gonna end up. And so we needed her today to do what she did. And even if she was in the 20s, I felt like, okay, we could possibly fight for the win. A question I was asked yesterday was, your women have never done it. They've got good track times, but they've never done it in cross. And my response was, no woman has ever done it until she does it. And that was the hope that I kept alive. When we won the last time, I'm grateful for that 2020 team because we also weren't at our best and other women stepped up to make it happen. And so today you saw that too. It gave me a little comfort last night. I was talking to Courtney Wayment on the phone, just reminiscing on when Whitney was our number 3 in 2020 and we still got the win, and just focusing on the team effort. Just really proud of my women. I'm really lucky to coach these women. They let go of themselves all season long and were able to focus on the team, and that's the beauty of this sport of cross country. All 5, 7 matter, and they all raced for it today.
Who was your runner who was out?
Jenna Hudgens.
Like Lexi was talking about how you were preaching calmness and just staying calm in the moments of the race. Like Lexi was saying how like she was just like so focused on herself and that was the only thing she can control. What about you? Like obviously when halfway through the race, like what's going through your mind? Like what are you yelling to them? What are you thinking?
I was really committed. I saw that we got out really good, and that made me feel, especially on a course like this, it's going to be hard to pass on some of those hills. So the race plan was act with urgency in the beginning, patience in the middle, and urgency at the end. And I could tell at 4K, I ran up here to catch them at 4K. My women were locked in. And so I knew at 4K, all right, we got a shot at this. You never know how anyone else is gonna move. But we had a good enough finish to close it out.
Can you tell us about the butterfly necklace and the story behind that? I saw they were wearing them as well.
Yeah, last year, if anybody follows us, we were one of the better teams. Actually, that's probably one of my better physically teams that I've coached. And we crumbled. We were leading at 2K, and it just, emotions got the best of us. And at the end of that, I remember coming back to my team and saying, just when the caterpillar thinks the world is ending, she becomes a butterfly. And since that moment, if you followed BYU women's distance, we've had a ton of butterfly moments in 2024, starting in indoor, outdoor, Paris Olympics. We've had some truly butterfly moments. And not that we're not going to have those caterpillar moments, because every program does, but just to remind the women to kind of stay committed, because when things are really dark, the light is just on the other side. And I'm grateful for my women. I'm grateful to be at BYU and the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints. I'm like, just all of it. This happens because of all of it. And God played a big role today. You heard Lexi talk about it. If you guys knew the last 3 weeks, you would not. I coach her, and I'm in shock that finish was what happened, because we didn't do very much.
Well, like,
yeah, I have a tradition just at national championships that I say the prayer. It's something that's super uncomfortable for me, actually. And that at the end, I just wanted those women to remember this moment and what it feels like. And so I just thought we should take a second to just pay gratitude to God and just hopefully have them keep this etched in their memory for years to come.
what were you thinking 3 weeks ago when Jenna's injured and Lexi's working through her injury? Like, what were the injuries and what's going through your mind at that point?
So in September, we started out, and I thought I had a team that could be anywhere from 4th to 6th. And then we had COVID. I mean, my whole team was out for the first couple weeks of COVID, and it hit us just randomly. So we just kind of came up with this motto, embrace the imperfect. So every time something happened, I just kind of reminded the women, like, embrace the imperfect, embrace the imperfect. And I think for my women, that served as such a good reminder, because things aren't perfect on race day, things aren't perfect in practice, and sometimes you can panic in those moments, and we've done that in the past. But having that motto, I mean, Carmen had it written on her wrist, you know, Carmen was second to last year, you guys. Like, she was crawling to the finish line. To have a woman like that in your program come back, she's never ran well at NCAA championships, but to have someone like that come back and become an All-American, she embraced the imperfect. And I think it's a great message. Our goal at BYU is to inspire all the young girls and young women in sport, and my women do such a great job of doing that. Just like, when you're having setbacks, when you're facing failure, embrace your body changes when you're going through puberty, just do it the right way. Anything is possible. Just stay committed to your dream, and I think my women are really inspiring, and I'm super proud of who they've become through this. This is part of it. Obviously, like, getting the win makes for a great story, but it's so much bigger than this. And as a coach, that's what I learned last year, walking away 14th and just kind of my lowest moment in my coaching career, wondering, like, where do you even go from there? And then to come back a year later and get the win, it's just gotta have faith.
That'll be it for questions for Coach. Thank you guys so much.